that's nice.
Okay.
Here's your hint.
Got the engine out of the race car, and I've had a chance here to play with my air over hydraulic cylinder that I replaced on my cherry picker. Easy peasy. You gotta love it. See if I can get this up without cooking too much here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I think we played enough. Kinda like doing a deer, you know? I got work to do. More fun here with the air over hydraulic deal. You gotta love it. Just press the button and she goes up, man. It's also peeing on my floor. Alright. Time to do a little maneuvering here. Another fine electric tool. Fuel, baby. Mill hooey. Don't get no better than mill hooey. Even sounds strong. Because it is strong. Oh yeah. This is most definitely a very well-rounded crown bracket. Well, I don't know about how round it is. I put a few holes in it. I've beat it up. Nice skid plate there. Use it for that more than once. A little tight. We'll see. Ah, come back here. Gavash. Gotta have your blocky washer. See if you can get them all. Nope. When you're old, you gotta have power tools. We're just lazy. I'm both. Ah. The BFH. Whew. Nasty, dirty, oily. Off to the degrease tank. As I say, degrease tank. Fire this mother up. Ah. Yeah, fluid. Ah, yes. There's always something, I don't know, something satisfying about cleaning stuff. Washing dishes. No, actually, I do that too, if requested. Alrighty. Looking better already. Yes, sir. That's another 10, 15 horsepower right there. Clean that bad boy up. Whew. It's exciting here at Corvair. Look at that, man. Ah, is that holy or what? 40? Yeah, a lot lighter than it used to was. Okay. Now we slopped around in this. Let's go back to the workbench. Alright, alright. Okay, we got her cleaned up. We're looking at it. This thing actually needs a skid plate welded on here. A lot of guys have already done that. I have not done that on here. I just took a little nasty edges off over there on the belt grinder. So, I'm going to have to look in my stash and see if I have something I can weld on there. Shoot, hey, needs to go in the bead blaster anyway and get repainted. Yep, I know. You want to see this again? So did I. Cool. Looks close to me. Let's see how close it was. Ah! Perfection. Let's get this thing out of here now. Come on, fight it, don't fight it. give it, damn it, just give it. Going anyway. Alright, it doesn't have air down. We have to release that thing. Alright. Let's put this on the little dolly. Hello, dolly. Let's see how it goes. It's the worst dolly I think I've ever had right there.
Led Zeppelin with Hey Hey What Can I Do?
Does not roll.
Everything today they say is Doctor's Day. I don't think it counts
me
for
trying to tote it
folks like Dr. Dre,
like I
Dr.
used to do
Oz,
back in the old
Dr. J.
days.
People say treat yourself like you need a reason, but McDonald's treats are perfect for every day. Like bold McCafe iced coffee. Get any size for $1.79, or pick up any size sweet tea for $1. The large is served in an insulated cup that keeps your tea cold. Feeling a little extra something something? Try the classic bakery seeds, like a new pull-apart glazed donut with some treat yourself.
I don't really have to raise that, but
just come
I'm
back
going to. Kind of like having the blue pill. That's part of it. Well, I decided not to put a skid plate on this, mainly because I don't have a piece of metal adequate to do it. So, I'll take down these little rough edges here on another amazing shop tool. If you don't have one of these, you damn well need it. Now this one's kind of old, so like me, it needs a hand start every once in a while. Perfection again. Nothing but the best. Okay. Time to fit it back up on the new Levine Racing 355 diff. He sourced parts from several different Corvair people and a little bit of what was left from the diff that took a dump. So, I didn't repaint it. Ha, I know. Surprise, surprise. However, we're going to see how this fits. Oh yeah, that's like a glove, man. OJ's glove. Gonna have to hammer it a little bit, probably. Yeah. We like a tight fit. Better than having a fit. Well, I've had those too. All right. I did turn it 180 degrees, so I have a nice clean surface here to abrade all the sand and crud and crap that comes up. Oh yeah. We're bolting that bad boy. Yeah. Tools. Okay. This one here had a bunch of straightening done, so it's not going to go in there real easy. I can see that right now. Okay. Let's work on the other side. Okay, turn around. Crazy. You'll be alright, man. You'll be alright. There we go. Alright. Power. I don't bring the thunder. I bring the electricity. Direct charge. Something like that. Alright. What are we looking like here? I'm gonna give it this hand. How are you?
Rock 05's everything the Rock.
We get that flag up.
Also hanging with you on this Wednesday. Here's 3 days grace, so-called life from Rock 105.
Ah, dropsy. Oh god. Ah, at least it didn't roll under the bench, through to the back wall, into the dust, dirt, crap, crud, and corruption. Alright. A little close here. Alright, not does it anyway. Hey, that's always good. Yeah, that's way more well in there. That one's not enough here. Yeah, as usual. Not real well. Yeah. We're gonna have to do a little more BFH adjustment. Oh, I just noticed this has a helicoil in it, so I got to be extra careful with that. Alrighty. These things are always somewhat of a pain in the butt. Yeah, it needs to come down. Kind of. I like what you see in there. I smell lunch. Mama, it's cooking. You gotta remember what side the little clip that holds the return spring for the clutch. Right here. I think I got it on the right side out, and I'll find out when I put it together. But something else I like to do, a little bit of grease on it. I've never had these back out, but it sure makes them easier to remove later on. I didn't come up with that my own self. Bob Coffin is the one that taught me that one. Ooh, look at that. It threads in. Didn't have to do too much persuasion with the old Tanya. Okay, how many times have you been using one of these? You just got that bolt barely threaded. You whip that on there flat, you forgot to reverse it, unscrews it. I'm old and forgetful, so I do that frequently. That was about, let's see. Yep, right torque. Yep. Good. I like it. Try this one. They ought to pay me for testing these. Of course, the battery flew out. The socket flew off too. I have no idea where. Just rugged, baby. I was noticing here too, since Mikey rebuilt this for me, or built it, nice drain plug right here. Got a nice little hole in it if I wanted a safety wire, but hey, that never happens, right? Okay, Mama's got lunch ready. My tapeworm is hungry. After a fantastic lunch, see what I have. I had grits, scrambled eggs with cheese, wheat toast with some homemade apple butter, and some really good thick apple smoked bacon. Washed it down with a glass of cow juice. You don't get no better than that. Okay, got the tranny and the differential back together. Of course, some of these bolts, especially on this side here, are hard to reach. I've already tightened them, but got this little tool here. Instead of doing the usual that a lot of people will do, which is take your 1/2 inch and put it, excuse me, let's go the other way with that. Put another open-end wrench on there. You take this little deal right here, it's made to do this. So you can just torque that sucker right on up there till it breaks. That's just enough. Okay, crank on this one a little bit. Yep. That's about 850 inch-pounds. Yep. Now, some people have had problems with the transmission bolts coming loose. I've never had that problem yet. Always time for that. But nice little tool. It's called the Extender 15. This says go 5/8 to a 1 1/8. It also has a square hole in here where you could put your breaker bar on there and really put a Murphy bar to it. You want to break it really good if you're going to. Alright, now let's take the lid off this thing and look at the fantastic work of Mikey, Mr. Levine. That is. There's another bolt or two over here that flew out. That is pretty clean. Really nice pattern. Got the 355 gear, the positive traction, all the good guy stuff. Now I'm going to dump the gear lube that was originally in the other one back in here, because there's not a thing wrong with it, and it's the good stuff that they do, that the Porsche guys like. Hey, if it's good enough for a pooch, it's good enough for the old corn bear. At least that's what they say. Okay, I got to go over here and get it. Be back in a minute. All right, 201 multi-purpose gear lube, Sweatco. It's pretty green too. So now I have video evidence that I am putting lube in this transaxle. I don't know if you remember or not, but whenever I lunched it about this time last year down at the Mitty, I really thought I might have forgotten to put any in it. But when I got it home, took it apart, and looked in there, there was lube in it. So I didn't screw up. But nonetheless, it consumed itself. So, just hold on. It's alright. Let's dump in some of this fine blue-green slickum. It's slickum alright. Let's not dump a whole lot in here to be sure we're not leaking. I have before left the drain plug out and started pouring in the lube and wondered, damn, look at that big puddle on the floor. Where'd that come from? Well, I know where it came from. So, this has to, of course, drain back through the little holes and stuff and get into the tranny. If you don't got no lube in your tranny, you ain't going far. She don't like it. So anyway, let me see here. Got some grease oozing out. I put grease on the gasket. Helps it to seal if it needs it, but it really doesn't. But it mostly helps you to get it off when it's time to do that very thing. So I did take out the fill plug here, which of course you have to look right here. When she's up to that level, you're good to go. Let's see here. We must be in here somewhere. Not going to fool with that right now. Let's dump some more in. Just because I can. Just going to get up here pretty quickly. I'm running out the hole. Just in case, I will put this back in for now. Because I'm capable of doing exactly that. Alrighty. I'd have to raise that rear end up a little bit there. It'll drain down in there sooner or later. Anyway, yeah, we'll finish this up and come back. Okay, we got everything back together. All I'm doing right now, of course, looking for this, that, and the other. I think that's half. Yeah, not a 10mm, or I couldn't find it. Going the right direction. So we got her full of lube. Time to bolt stuff down. There we go. So, lid is nice and torqued on there, nice plier. Go ahead and pull, see if I care. See, it went under the bench. Hey, what can I say? Lots of stuff lives under there. Occasionally I get in there and clean it out, and occasionally I don't. So, this little operation is done for now, but I'll have to do it again in May if I run Barber. I don't have to. 355 would be fine at Barber, but I found that 389 really launches me off corners. it was advantageous. But okay, now not sure what's next here except cleaning up. That's boring. Oh, you want to see this again, didn't you? Huh? It's cool. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can move this around a little bit here. Get out from underneath the bench. Put us up on in there. All right. Just hold it there. Don't get crazy. Roll around cart to stick him on. Get no put on the downstroke. Let's see what we can do here. Get him lined up. That's not me. That's the cherry picker making that funky noise. You know what I mean? I think you do. Okay. About right there looks good. Let's do it. Yeah. Zippity doo dah day. I love it when a plane comes together. What mean burn, huh? Okay. Hold on to your seats. That's enough of that for now. Okay, we just looked, as I suspected too. This is the split ring that goes in front of the two seals on the clutch input shaft. It goes in the snout of the differential. Well, this thing was beat up. I mean, it's been hammered out, spinning, really messed up junk. No good now. So that generally indicates you got a problem with your throwout bearing. I mean your pilot bushing. So this is a good shaft. Yeah, I'd say it's been watered out a little bit. Hell, I could damn near put that in there. That thing's toast for sure. That explains a weird noise when I let the clutch out when I was at Barber back in May. Just a strange ass noise, and I said it sounded like something in the clutch setup, and that's what it was that shaft watering around in there. So yeah, that's a cut off piece of shaft I used to drive the pilot bushings in with. Works fine, really. I'll put this back in the drawer.